everyone, and welcome to Every Gamer is Gay, the show where the name is always changing and a bunch of lovely VTubers get together and play Dungeons and Dragons.
Hello, hello.
Oh, we
Hi,
changed
y'all.
the title again.
Hello.
Forgot about we changed the title every time.
Change the title every time, it's very important. Part of the draw. How are y'all doing? My lovely
Doing
back.
good.
Complain about my back again.
Isn't that a song?
It hurts.
But here, make sure that you
Oh.
are postured properly.
Oh no, absolutely not.
I need to go get my foot then, so I stop crossing my legs.
Don't cross
I'm
your
not
I'll be
legs.
right
crossing my
back.
legs. I
We're not gonna have-
refuse to
okay.
uncross my legs.
You fuck up your knees.
My knees are already fucked up. We already know this. I spent like 5 minutes explaining that before.
We don't need any. The knees, they're superfluous.
Crammy,
We don't need those or
crammy.
anything that's below them, do we?
Don't need to make it worse.
No.
Can you all stop fucking around with your water bowl, please?
Do you want to increase the height on the spectator's chair?
Spectators.
Yeah, the
Oh.
spectator's chair.
As a reminder as well, and we'll
cat
remind
chair?
it if we have to. But sound alerts and tits will be off for the duration of D&D. But don't worry, we still love you. Yeah, it's been a while since we did one of this. Are y'all ready to go?
Could we get a quick recap on what the
Yeah,
hell
give
happened?
Wisp a
We'll get a
minute.
recap.
Give Wisp a minute to
His foot rest.
well, yeah, to get finished setting up, and the cat.
It's
I'm
mostly
using
the cat.
3 sets of dice. I'm using 3 sets of dice because I know I'm gonna need more than just 1 set of dice for this. But
It's all about that
I'm-
luck. You gotta shake it out properly.
well, no, I'm using Tubei's dice. Tubei has a certain set of dice, which are my paladin dice, that are
Nice.
like gold and blue and really like pristine. They're also my steel dice. And then
I
have,
also
like,
have gold and blue dice.
my trans dice, which
and you
feel
just-
super freaking light to me. They feel like they're like made out of nothing. And then I have like also feel like they're made out of nothing. I have like gold flecked like translucent dice. Translucent. Yes,
Yeah, that's right.
translucent. That's the right word. Not transparent because it's not fully transparent. They're translucent, so they're little. They're like milky.
Look at
Anyway.
you. That's it. I don't think milk should be translucent.
Yeah,
but
no,
okay.
it's got a creamy milkiness to it.
I know what you mean.
I
by
know.
that, Caden.
Yeah. Whatever.
Sound like coconut milk.
Yeah,
Little
thank
fancy.
you. Yeah. See.
But Kane, you're just too strong. That's why
Oh,
all
fine.
your dice are too light. You
Uh,
need a steel orb.
honestly, I really want to get like bigger, like. So.
The gift we gave to Brie on her birthday.
Well, no, even that was light. Like in comparison to like the weight of the die, like you have your dwarf forged steel dice. Those things are heavy. That
Ooh,
that
that
could
sounds
like. That could like kill a bird at a distance.
Wait, hold on. I want to know what it
Wait.
sounds like when you roll it.
Oh, that thing's heavy as hell. He's picking them all out right now.
Oh no, I'm refilling my felt pen.
You're refilling your felt pen?
For D&D, I use my felt pen.
Oh shit! I should probably fucking pull out my stuff.
I'm so glad we have these moments to start off with, just to fuck around for a moment.
I mean,
The one that is spilled all over you multiple
yes,
times
yes,
because
okay.
he uses to fidget.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think.
It's
Oh,
fine,
that's a
it's
mood.
fine. It's fine. This is where you do ad reads. If we had ad
Oh yes,
reads.
ad read. We actually don't have an ad read, but we have something similar. Reminder to
Yeah, but
everyone.
it's- yeah,
We
go
are still
for
fundraising for the direct relief for the people of Hawaii after the wildfires. You can donate if you like by scanning the QR code there on the screen, typing !dono in the chat, and using the link there. Or there's also a link pinned to the top of the chat for the rest of the stream.
And we are still not sponsored by D&D Beyond. D&D Beyond, where you can make stuff, and they could sponsor us if they wanted to.
Play
Then-
Baldur's Gate.
Play, also not sponsored, but play Baldur's Gate because it's
Also,
also,
not
really
sponsored.
fun.
It's good, great game though.
Also not sponsored, but
I
that
boned
sale
Karlak.
ended though, right? Larian, the sale for Larian stuff, and
I think it's already over. I think it's past.
it's
it ended
already
this
over,
morning.
But like, if you liked Baldur's Gate, Divinity Original Sin, and Divinity Original Sin 2 are all also there. There's also the whole over-encompassing Divinity series, which is I've heard great things about it. I'm an old Baldur's Gate player. I played a lot of Neverwinter, also very fun, but all different companies and so on and so forth. So if you like Baldur's Gate, there's plenty of different places to play D&D by yourself if you don't have a bunch of people to play D&D with. So there's ways to play D&D. Fuck God, I loved Neverwinter way back when. That's
Did-
what we were talking
Did you
about
take
before.
out your dice individually? They're like little trays for it.
I just put them all in here.
Okay, they're little trays for it.
I know. Trust me, I know. But I just took them all out because it was easier for me, and I wanted to leave them in there because I know where they go now.
Can I mess it up then?
Please don't.
I'm messing it up.
No, it's fine. But
She's gonna get so annoyed when she sees it.
probably not.
No,
probably-
no, I will make you annoyed.
Should we
that's a
remind
promise.
chat what our characters are?
Yes, I was going to ask
Oh,
before
yeah,
we do our
that
recap,
probably.
if each of you would like to quickly say who you are and who you're playing as. Caden, we'll start with you.
Oh, cool, great. I was gonna say, okay, go for it. So my character is a female kitsune paladin, level 5 baby. Her name is Tube Detrimond. If you don't get the joke, don't worry, you will. And she is currently, I'd say currently researching. Originally was sent out by her small group of a small settlement of paladins and clerics to go and research the world. Now is primarily focused on researching the demons and gods of the central landscape of the world. That's currently what she's doing. Total normal thing to do.
100%, absolutely. Too bad her intelligence is only an 11. Sam.
Hello, hello. I play a Tabaxi monk. Which monastery I am? That's a surprise
Fuck you.
for specifically one person here.
No, two.
No,
Two?
I don't know either.
Yeah, but it's for
Yeah, but it's
someone.
specifically it's targeted at Kaden.
It's targeted directly on my fucking stupid ass character.
At a certain
I'm
point,
away
there's
of
something I'm going to
Mercy
have
Monk.
to share. Something that, when Sam and I were making his character, there's something that we have to share. But that'll come later.
What
Oh
was it?
shit! What is my paladin? What's my oath to? I forgot.
Devotion.
Uh,
You
Thank
have magic
It
weapon.
usually is. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Kay?
I am Tierda Strongwing, a female fairy barbarian. She is very small and very dangerous, and she kind of turns into a bug when she rages. Don't think about it too hard.
He's the feral one. In multiple ways.
Yep, and Caden's character Tube has the brain cell, so that's great.
She also snapped somebody's neck last session.
Oh,
so
it
that
was.
that.
We'll get to that. Because I think it's time for a quick little recap. So, last we left off, as here we go into it, y'all. The Eggs, a small group of fledgling adventurers, they've been traveling around for a little bit. They, after spending some time in Port Zarin, investigated the city of Goldfield, knowing that there was a strange plague that was sort of troubling its citizens. After talking to some townspeople, as well as the few members of the Merciful Soul that had come as well to the city, they learned about the shrine to the Twins of Nature, and investigating that area in the mountain, came across a landslide that was actually an illusory wall with some magic that was affecting people's minds, keeping them away from the area, including everyone but Tube. After they entered the mountain, fought off some bandits, took a guy, not necessarily hostage, but he was a bandit, it's fine. Continued down to the shrine, found a great tree, found the leader of the bandits, snapped the neck of the guy who they took with them. Leader of the bandits fell and turned into some sort of weird monster. They fought him, but before they could deal the finishing blow, he was whisked away in smoke and oil from whatever weird patron entity was giving him his power. They returned the Guardian to the shrine, cured the area of the curse that was affecting it, and made their way back to Port Zarin, where that night they returned. They were greeted with some terrible nightmares and now awake in the middle of the night. So, before we get to sunrise, is there anything anyone would like to do?
Answer Gary's question, which is this a custom setting? And I think the answer is yes.
The answer is very much yes. I was like,
We
if
have
I'm
a
gonna
cool
do
little
some...
map. Do you want to show up the cool little map?
Oh yeah, I have a map. Hold on, let me pull up a map.
It's a cool map.
It's still a work in progress map, but it is a map because there's a website also not sponsoring called Incarnate where you can make your own maps.
That is a great
Tube
name.
Tube is from not appearing on this map.
You're from very nearby though. Let me see if I can.
Nearby, but not here.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't think we decided where Tyrda's from, but
No, I did.
a woods. Okay, so you know
You're
where
in the
I'm from.
northeast area of this continent that I'm about to show off.
Okay. Okay. I know I'm from a woods somewhere.
There it
here.
is. Map. Yeah, this is the continent of Nardalak. They are currently down here in the southeast in a place called Port Zarin. Here in the kingdom of Arash. And that's as much as I think will. And Goldfield is right up here to the north of the Obsidian Mountains. And that's where they were last time.
So far, this place has been pretty mixed. I'm gonna say mixed. I'm gonna be very kind to the people of Arash and say mixed. We've had mixed reception from various places.
Fair enough.
People who have been nice to us have been nice. People who have been not nice to us aren't really alive for the most part.
Not anymore. So, middle of the night. Oh, that's a good point. Kit awoke alone in the inn, in one of the inns in the city, where Tube and Tyrda awoke together in a tent on the outskirts. Would anyone like to do anything?
If I recall, I can't sleep because the nightmare is keeping me up. So
That is correct.
I'm just gonna
Kit and
try and.
Tyrda will be unable to sleep tonight.
I can sleep.
Yeah,
I guess that would be kind of up to Teardra though, because Tube was just like, no, I'll stay up with you if you want. So
And
this is Teardra's call at this point.
Tara's like, you don't have to stay up with me. I'm just gonna sit outside and try and meditate and reflect on things. If you wanted to get some rest, one of us should sleep.
And then this is where I'm going to metagame a little bit, and I'm actually going to take my long. Actually, take that.
That's fair. That's very fair. Kit, is there anything
Yeah,
you would like to do?
Well, since I can't sleep, can I look around the inn or the tavern where I'm staying at?
Sure. What exactly do you want to do?
I want
What's
to
your
see
goal?
who's awake.
Alright.
Eventually, hopefully stealing.
Look, the moment the way you said, "Since I'm awake," I was like, "Oh, I know where this is going." All right, you exit out of your room of this, the wooden inn. Make your way down the hallway to the tavern area, and you see there's a couple of people here. It's middle of the night, so it's not packed, but there's always those late nighters. There's some bartender out just cleaning their glasses, keeping an eye on things. Couple of various people. There's a couple of humans, a couple of halflings. Drinking, gambling, playing a little poker. That's about it.
Gambling, you say?
Oh my god. Here he goes.
What? I can't sleep, so
No, go
either I'm
ahead.
gonna get information or I'm gonna try and gain something.
You know what? That's valid.
So you make your way down the stairs and into the tavern area. The elven bartender kind of just gives a curt little nod at you. Doesn't say anything.
How intense are the people gambling? The poker players.
It seems. Go ahead and give me a perception check or an insight. Give me an insight. We'll do our first roll of the
Let's
night.
see how
here.
they do this.
Click the number next to the word insight.
Your insight is a +5.
Apparently my insight's
God.
great in this game, and not in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
It's a
All right.
21.
21. All right. You see that they're not being too serious about it. They're kind of taking it casually. They're drinking. They're kind of. It seems like they were working out late, or they're just enjoying a night out together.
Fine, I'll leave them alone and like go back up to my
Really?
room.
That's surprising.
All right. Head back up to.
I don't want bad karma just yet.
Head up to. Yet. All right. You head up back to your
Fine,
room.
with your
Close the
babe.
door. It's nice and quiet.
I'll clean my weapons. I'll do an inventory check.
All right. So you spend the night. While Tirda is out meditating in the woods. We'll get to that in a second, actually. You're gonna spend the night checking over your weapons, your gear, cleaning everything, make sure it's good. Your new spear, all your weird little doodads that you have now, your mask, gotta make sure it's all nice and shiny.
I also got an arcane crystal.
Is that the arcane focus?
I
Crystal.
think so. I'll toy around with that.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Ooh,
That
a
should be fun.
-1 to Arcana for a total of 8.
It's a very pretty little crystal. It's got a green coloration to it. It seems like there's a little bit of a glow on the inside, but that's about it.
I'll spin it around like a top and do that for a few hours.
Oh,
Cat.
you give yourself. You amuse yourself for a few hours while you're unable to sleep, still thinking about the dream that you woke up from. Tirda, you are out meditating, out kind of in the outskirts, just out in nature.
Yeah, I'm just kind of trying to connect with nature and also maybe, hopefully, glean something from the spirits of the area about the actual condition of my village, if the dream was prophetic or literally what was going on over there right now.
Ooh, alright. Go ahead and give me... I make this. You're kind of connecting with nature. Go ahead and give me just a straight wisdom check.
Okay. Just wisdom, no proficiency.
No proficiency, just wisdom.
Am I currently exhausted, or is that later?
No, that'll come at sunrise.
Okay. 11.
11. The things about that dream, like the more you kind of think about it, like it was bizarre. It was terrifying. It was a horrible sight that you are now focusing on intently. But you get the sense you're not entirely sure if it was how real it was, but there are aspects of it that where you're not entirely sure, but it doesn't feel like it was something that's currently happening.
Okay.
Because you interacted with the world and had an impact, even if it didn't seem like it.
Okay. In that case, she's gonna spend the rest of the time just trying to listen to the nature around her and try and just calm her soul, essentially.
All right.
Reconnect with the elements she's more familiar with.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and leave you on that then. As the night continues, with your checking your inventory, you're meditating, and one of you actually getting some sleep. Eventually, the sun begins to rise, and Tirda and Kit, unfortunately, could not sleep, and so you are both now have a level of exhaustion, which means that until your next long rest, all of your ability checks will be at disadvantage, so keep that in mind. But the sun rises, Tube wakes up for good this time. Well rested, even if still pondering the events of the night before. Is there anything that y'all would like to do first while you're still separated?
I want to check my book again.
All right. I think you did that last time as well. You check your book again. You see the note that you made of the face that you saw in the shadow. In this book, as you look at it one more time, you realize it's sort of like a journal that someone left behind, but it was incomplete, and there are still plenty of blank pages left in it. Is there anything you're looking for in particular?
I want to reread the section on the Prince of Nightmares.
Yeah, you look at that section where you found it again. It seems like this section was barely started. It basically just has the Prince of Nightmares, ? And something about influence over dreams, and that's about it.
Okay.
Whoever was the author of this journal did not get any more information.
I'm going to... Do I notice anything weird about any of these pages? Like, do I notice, like, something, like, ripped out, or erasing marks, or, like, indent on any of these pages at all? Do I notice any of that nonsense going on?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Okay. And I can roll physically, right?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. That's +3.
I trust y'all.
14.
14. You don't see any, like, pages missing or anything. You see where notes have been made. You don't necessarily eraser marks. A lot of it seemed to have been in pen as well, but you see a couple places that were scratched out and amended. Just general information. And
Okay.
also... No, that's it.
Oh. Okay. Cool. Cool. All right. I guess that's. I mean, Tube's gonna kind of go outside, to reconnect with Teardra and basically be like, "Hey, should we go get Kit and get breakfast and talk about this some more?"
Tirda kind of shakes herself, a little lost in thought. Oh, right. Probably should. Berries? She holds out a hand of something she foraged in the middle of the night when she wasn't meditating.
Give me a survival check.
I am a outlander. I do that automatically.
You're fine.
It's one of my features.
They're not poisonous.
It's not poisonous.
I have the outlander feature that lets me do that without having to worry.
That's smart. At least one of us does.
Yep. That way I don't have to dig into my rations.
Kit and Tube know where. Teardra and Tube know where Kit is, right?
That depends. Did Kit tell them? Just Sam? Would they know
Yeah.
what inn you're staying? Okay, then you know what inn Kit is staying in.
Let's go get Kit and then hate to say it, but I think we need to head to a temple to figure out what's going on with this demon.
That sounds like a great idea. I have so many questions.
Right. You pack up your things.
Tira's kind of
I'll-
like normally Tirda is like really energetic with her flight and hovers near everyone's faces. She's kind of dragging the ground a little bit.
On the way over, can we just like relay each other's dreams to each other? That way, like just to like skip the hey, here's all the stuff, we can TLDR it.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah, TLDR, Tirda informs you that she dreamed that her village was being attacked by some crazy, like, smoke and fire demon, and she was unable to do anything to it, and the panic and fear she had as it was clawing in kept her awake all night.
Yeah, that's pretty similar to Tube's. a lot of. Two Bays was. God, what was Two Bays exactly? I think you.
There was a village on fire, and there was the dead bodies of your friends, and you couldn't heal them. It's a TLDR.
Yeah, the TLDR is for some reason the powers weren't working. Nothing was working.
Yeah, in mine, my attacks did nothing.
Interesting. Okay. Neat. Totally rad. Totally cool. All right.
All right, you make your
So I
way
guess we just
into
make
town.
our way over there. Yeah.
Make your way into town through the village, or through the streets, past the buildings. Make your way out to the. I think it's. I think Kid. I think you picked like one of the more like middling kind of inns.
Yeah, nothing too high class, nothing
Nothing
too
high.
expensive,
Yep,
but
you make
comfortable.
make your way to the what's known as the Reef District. It's kind of where most of the people of the city live and do their business. Find the little inn that Kit set herself up in. Kit, what are you doing first thing in the morning?
Eating
You're already
breakfast.
downstairs eating. They walk
So
in,
you're
they
already
see
eating,
you with,
okay.
what are you eating? What food did you get?
I don't know, probably some beef stew or
Beef stew.
something.
Ooh, that sounds good. Yep, you're just already eating. You're just probably off to the side, enjoying your food. It's Tierda, and you see Tierda and Tube enter.
Hi, Kit. How you feeling?
Sleepy. Nightmares.
Okay.
Sure,
I'm
glance
good.
with Tube.
Yeah. So you had a nightmare too?
Yeah. Did y'all had one too?
Yeah.
It kept me awake all night. Tube was fine though.
I
Paladin.
got to sleep. Fuck me, I guess. Do you wanna share what your nightmare was?
Sure. Just a couple bad memories.
Couple
Bad memories.
bad memories.
Yeah.
Bad memories of what?
You know, bad things. Bad experiences.
You wanna? Do you want to go deeper than that? This is a safe space. You can talk about your feelings here.
No, I think I'm good.
Above board,
But it was
kid.
bad
I
enough
can
that
I
you
can
weren't.
hear you, kid. I can hear you glaring at Sam above board.
But it was scary enough that you weren't able to sleep, right?
Not well. I did sleep. I'm being so careful with my words.
So fucking cagey. Oh, okay. Well, Tube's just gonna share everything that happened to her, just like info dumping. It's just like, so everything was like this, and everything was bad, and then no powers, and then nothing workies, and then everybody dead, including all of you. You were all dead.
And
Yeah,
you were dead,
and-
and you were dead, and you were dead.
Yeah,
And you
and-
were all there, and you were dead.
Yeah, and Tierda relay something similar, except instead of all the healing not working, it was all of the trying to kill all the like smoke demon things just would not work. It was like everything was made out of air and just went swish.
Did I have smoke demons in my dreams?
No. I'll just
You
give
had
right now.
demons in your dreams?
I saw a face.
You saw a face.
I saw a face.
I believe
Not
the
your
face was
face.
from when Fallon got taken away, was whisked away. You all saw that. If I recall correctly. I don't remember though.
Right.
No, I'm the one who doesn't remember.
It's been a minute.
If you did see one in the dream, then I don't remember that. But it's possible.
Alright, Paladin, how do we fix this?
Yeah, this is kind of your wheelhouse, not mine.
Well, I have a name. And that's about as much as I have.
Your name's Tube, but like, how do you want us to help it?
Tube glances around, pats to make sure the book is still with her, and goes, "It's the Prince of Nightmares."
That sounds bad. Are you saying we're gonna keep having nightmares and we're just gonna die of exhaustion?
At least it's only a prince.
I have no idea. I don't have any more information than this.
So we should go to. Do you have a temple to your god in this city somewhere we can get more information?
This is where I asked DM, do I have a temple to my god in the city?
You would know, you were told, that there is a temple to Delius, to the shield bearer, here in Port Zarin. You haven't been to it,
Cool.
but you do know there is one here. You're not
Fantastic.
entirely would you have investigated where it is?
No, because we just rolled into the city last night, right?
But you were in Port. You came to Port Zarin initially with Matthias, and you were.
We
more
were
or
here
less
for a few days.
For a few days,
Oh,
or like
then
a
yeah,
week or two.
probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Then yeah,
you know
probably.
exactly where it is.
Okay. Let's I can take you to my little place of worship. We can hang out over there. It'll be nice.
Well,
We introduce you to the shield bearer. She's pretty great.
I prefer the nature spirits, but they don't really do much against demons, so I'll defer to your god.
Alright, so y'all finish up your breakfast here at the tavern and make your way out. Alright, you head out into the still early morning sun. As people are starting to get up and get moving, some people have already started going to work. But a few more people are starting to enter into the streets as you make your way from the Reef District south to the Docks District, where the Shield Bearer's Temple is. Now, you haven't been here before, but it's pretty easy to find. It's a decently sized stone building. A few ivies, a few other plants kind of like growing in as part of it. And you do see actually a couple, as you kind of come here, you do see a couple of what look to be sailors just exiting and about to be on their way. Some of them with, one of them with their wife, what seems to be like their wife and their child. And you see a priestess waving goodbye to them as they walk away.
Priestess of what?
Just that she was just here at the church, just.
So a priestess of the one
the
we're
shield
going
bearer.
to, or
Yes.
okay.
She has. You can see the symbol of the shield encircled by the halo on her necklace. That is your symbol, by the way, Caden.
I know. I added it to my character.
Okay, good. I don't remember if I set that symbol up before or not.
I'm gonna go up to the priestess, introduce the other two as like the rest of the adventuring party.
Hello there. You look.
This is it's nice to kind of like half panicked, half like trying to figure out how to go about this. So
this priestess,
yes.
she's a let's see, I know I wrote it down.
This is a
She
Wendy's.
seems to be a human woman, decked out in kind of like white and silver and gold, kind of, but also relatively simple vestments. He waves to you as you approach. Hello there.
Hi, I'm Tube. These are my adventuring friends, and
It was a pleasure to meet you. We've heard about you. We were wondering when you would come to visit. Take your time, child. It's all right.
Is there someone? How do I ask for a manager without asking for a manager? Do you have Is there somebody higher ranking that I have some really bad news?
Follow me then. And she leads you into this building. It's relatively simple on the inside, but you do see a couple of small little places for people to kneel down and to worship. And up in the center,
Inside
you
chick.
see an altar with the symbol on the wall behind it. And you see flowers and candles lit, and like a few pictures. One of them even of one of the sailors you just saw has their picture here. Of the altar.
Okay.
So, as my wings start echoing across this chamber, Tierda gets kind of nervous and floats to the ground and starts walking behind everybody else.
And she leads you to the back, and you can see the few people that are here at the moment. She waves and smiles to, and some of them come quietly up to her and like shake her hand, and she bows to them, and they continue on. And she leads you to this doorway in the back. Please, come right in. We can speak here. And leads you into a small office with a little desk and a few books on a shelf, and papers stacked.
Are there chairs for sitting?
There are a few chairs, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a seat and awkwardly sit there with like hands on lap, just like very sit upright, very like polite.
And you see,
Yeah,
she
and Tierda is gonna like have her wings like kind of wrapped around herself, just feeling really awkward inside this like fancier than anything she's ever been inside kind of
you
building.
call it fancy. It is a little bit. It's not like a major temple. It is not some massive cathedral. It is a relatively small temple with from the outside looks like only a few rooms, maybe a second floor. And there's like a few plants, and it's well kept, but a little bit natural as well. And it is
You're talking to a person who grew up inside of tree houses made from logs.
Fair enough. She sits down, and there's a window there that kind of shines onto the desk and the chair behind it. She takes a seat on the desk. My name is Thalia Proita, head priestess here of the Church of the Shield. How can I help you?
Tierda kind of like awkwardly bows. Tierda,
Even asking, can I get spelling?
Can you get what? Oh, a spell?
Can I
Let
get
me
spelling?
Let
Yeah.
me just copy it for you. EHALIA is
Okay,
Thalia,
head priestess.
and Proita, Proyta. I was like, good spell. You're not a wizard. And I understood. Anyway, we've been. Well, you are free. You are free to come whenever you wish, but we knew it would be eventually. It was wonderful to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. We have a bit of a problem. To not go through this whole rigmarole another time. Tube's just gonna like explain what happened from the outset of the adventure until last night, and be just like, have you heard of this before? Does any of this sound familiar? Do you know where to go with this? And then like drops the name, the Prince of Nightmares.
Okay, so you explained everything that happened basically since Findris? Or just since Goldfield?
Yes.
Okay.
and Tierda also points out this is the second time that we've dealt with this particular demon.
Mm-hmm.
Demon
Yeah.
having their sets on the material plane is not uncommon, though these particular acts are more intense than usual. I'll have to look into this. That name, however. Not Prince of Nightmares. There are many demons. Unfortunately, knowing all of them specifically is not quite my forte. However,
It-
dreams that you had, that seems like a more of a lingering touch of magic. Let me. And she waves her hand, and her eyes kind of glow silver a little bit. there was a there might have been a minor touch of dark magic still left on you, but it appears to have faded. Can't be certain, though. If you're looking for more information on this demon, we can look into it ourselves. Else would have information. Unfortunately, information on specific demons is rather... what's the best word for it? Sparse is probably the best way to put it. They tend not to show themselves too much, and so what little information we have is few and far between, and spread far and wide. Best place I can think of probably be the library of Galax here. Anyone would like to give me a history or religion?
That would be me.
Yep, and I guess I'll try and help. I know a little bit about like nature stuff from my shaman, but that's about it. See if that's all
Read
relevant.
about history or religion, so they're flat rolls for me. So
That's fine, go for it.
I can help you with history.
you can help me with history.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll for history while I roll for religion?
Yep.
So, Sam, you will be rolling with disadvantage.
Yeah, Sam will be rolling at disadvantage because you're exhausted. So you can either roll it twice or
That is
just
true.
right-click on the number and hit disadvantage.
Library of what now? What name one more time?
Galax. Which I'll
Gal-
spell out for you.
So am I rolling with advantage because I'm being helped?
We'll say that because
Yeah,
because of Tierda's background and also being exhausted, you can roll flat and Kit will roll at disadvantage.
Well, I just have flat roll anyway. Okay, fuck. Alright. Squeaks of pain. Oh, 16.
16. All right. The Kit, you've probably heard of this before, but Tube, you've actually learned this from study, from a little bit of your time, because Galax is the name of the god of knowledge and truth and understanding, also known as the Truth Seeker. A lot of libraries are in his name.
God of knowledge? Okay. Okie dokie. Can I ask where is the library?
I believe it
again?
Right, the official name is the Library of Many Lands. After all, this is a popular area of travel. I believe it is in. It would be in the Pearl District.
Pearl District. I would literally have like this image of Tube just having this tiny little quill and a little tiny little book. It's like, all right, I'm just taking notes. I'm just making sure that I got this right. Okay, Pearl District. Okay.
Now, that being said, let me write you something. She gets out her own little quill and paper and begins writing a little bit of letter for you. The library is about truth and knowledge. However, there are some information that's more dangerous than others, and so is, I don't want to say restricted, but is accessible to those who have proven themselves trustworthy. A little letter here should at least help you get to, hopefully, some of this information. He writes out a small letter and hands it to you, Tube.
Tube puts it in her pocket and then looks to Kit and Teardra and says, "Can I have a minute alone with the head priestess?"
Sure.
Sure. Yeah, I'll just be outside. She kind of like awkwardly walks away. She's A, not used to walking around so much, and B, this place just makes her uncomfortable.
I also walk outside and close the door, but I put my ear against the door.
Okay, Kit, go ahead and give me. This will be a disadvantage because you're exhausted. But go ahead and give me a perception check.
Where is it? Where is it? There it is.
You don't hear. You hear a lot of mumbling, a lot of muffled noises, probably.
Yeah.
Soccer butt.
Is there something you'd
To
like
be
to
fair,
discuss?
even with disadvantage, Kit's passive perception is still 15.
Yeah, but this is passive is like for like seeing something out of your periphery. It's kind of catching things
Hmm.
at the onset. This is very active.
Fair.
So
Well,
Tube takes out the book and puts it on the table. The book of demons. And it's like, this is what I have so far. But
interesting.
some of this doesn't make sense.
Starts flipping through it.
Because some of these names I know, and some of these names aren't necessarily demons, or at least I'm not sure.
Well, the library might have more help for you, but this appears to be a sort of a journal, so those names might be either the author's interpretation or just things that we do not know, that the general public do not know of. What in particular is confusing you?
There's just, like you said, this seems like more intimate knowledge than just some text. This person was there,
From the looks
and
of things,
it feels like they it feels like they met these demons.
well, it's hard to say whether or not this was a person. No, you're right. This definitely seems like someone who has very close and personal knowledge. I would surmise, I would essentially hope, that it was more of a hunter than someone who fraternized, but the text is very neutral. It's very much just laying out information as opposed to whether or not it's for or against, but hopefully a hunter is the one that we are dealing with here. But where did you find this? Having such a unique journal is rather rare. But she does hand it back to you.
Tuba is going to pocket it again and just say, I don't remember.
Interesting. Now that's... Keep an eye on that journal. Hopefully it will bring you good luck. That is... Doesn't seem to be anything nefarious about it, but... Keep your wits about you. May
I
the
will.
shield protect
Thank you. May the shield protect you. She's gonna like awkwardly kind of like brush her armor off, sit up, and then just
Your armor
take a
that
quick
can't get
bow
dirty.
It's nervousness more than anything. Take a quick bow and then head on out to reconnect with everyone.
Yep, she nods to you as you and gets back up and starts dusting herself off and prepares herself for the rest of the day as you head out.
Do I just like accidentally like push the door open and then it falls?
That's a good question. Kit, were you still at the door?
No, I probably would have given up after I could only hear mumbling.
All right, cool. No dexterity save then.
Comedy. No comedy.
Alright, you open the door to Tyrda and Tube, or sorry, Tyrda and Kit, standing outside.
So library? Unless you guys have something else that you want to do. And then we could do that too.
I think we should figure out what's going on with this demon situation as quick as possible. I don't like it. This feels like what my shaman sent me out here to deal with.
Yeah, I agree. I like sleeping.
Does
Well,
Tube
for-
know that?
Was that Sam or was that Kit?
Sent out for?
What was that?
Does Teardra does Tube know what Teardra was sent here to do?
Good question. I don't know if she's talked about it. don't think she has.
Not in an actual session. Like, maybe in vagaries.
So you were sent to investigate something like this?
My shaman sent me out to go into the world and deal with some kind of threat to the whole world, and my village included. I would have stayed in my village as one of its shields, but she sent me out here to deal with something far greater, and this sounds like something far greater. Even she didn't know what I was sent out here to deal with.
Tuba then turns to Kit. And you were something similar, maybe?
No, I'm normal.
I'm normal.
Damn.
Wow. Fucking shit. Get wrecked.
Did you roll insight?
No, I should roll insight though. I'm gonna do insight check.
Kit, go ahead and roll. You don't have to roll it physically, probably, or you can roll it just to me. Deception or persuasion. Just don't say what it is, and it has to be at disadvantage.
But it's true, I am normal.
That's why I said deception or persuasion.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
which
tell
one
you
is
right
higher?
now. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Fuck.
Do you want
Whichever
me to
one's
tell you which one to
correct.
beat?
Whichever one's correct. If you're lying, roll deception. If you're telling the truth, roll persuasion.
I rolled a 17 plus 3, so I rolled a dirty 20.
Fuck, my rolls are so high too. I got a 19 and an 18.
Based on what Kit's saying,
So 18 was your disadvantage?
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking good.
That's really good.
That's a good roll for you.
I mean, Kit
You
seems
technically beat me in a flat roll.
for what Kit at least seems to believe that what they're saying is correct, that they're normal. That's all.
Okay.
That's kind of all you get.
All right, Tuve takes a big deep breath and just kind of like exhales. It's like, library. Library?
Library.
All right, y'all head out of the temple. Start making your way through the city, but as you're going, while you're in the middle of the Coral District. Is that what I called it? The Coral District? I think that's right.
Pearl District.
No, well,
Oh,
you had to pass
Reef
through-
District is.
currently
Reef,
are?
that's the one.
Reef District.
I was like, it was one of those two. I wrote it down. Did I say what I wrote down earlier? I don't remember. Anyways, as you're passing through the Reef District to get to the Pearl District, because the Pearl District would be on the northeastern side, you're currently in the southeast. Before you get there, like all of a sudden in front of you, kind of running up from out of an alley is a little kid, maybe about 10 years old. Looks to be maybe a half elf in appearance. Pale skin with kind of like a little hat on, and on their arm you see a little blue bandana. Can you all roll history for me real fast?
Sure, I'll roll a -1 with disadvantage. That's fine.
Wow, I love that you rolled a nat 20 for this.
Got a dirty 0.
I love that you got a dirty 0 for
Dirty
this.
0!
That is pretty good.
That's
That's a nat 1. So, I don't even see the bandana.
Dirty 0.
You're flying up
You
above.
walked-
You fly over the kid. You don't see the kid.
You kick the child.
But no. Tube, from the past week or two that you guys have been in Zarin, you know that bandana that he's wearing is the symbol, the symbol of and it has a little paw print kind of painted on it. It's the Fleetfoots, an organization here in Zarin that's entirely children under the age of 17. That kind of started as a game and something to earn pocket money, but now it's just kind of something that they do. A lot of the kids around here do, and they're messengers. They deliver things. They can occasionally give information, about things that they've seen and rumors that they've heard. But he runs up to you and is like, "Hello there. Are you the?" Looks down at little paper. The eggs. You know, I can't really judge a name.
We are the extravagant guardians of good, yes.
Now I understand. I have a message from Miss Rain. She says to meet you at the Dragon Horde as soon as you're able. You have a package from apparently that arrived yesterday.
Do I know who Miss Rain is?
Yeah, no, you know immediately. She is Matthias's wife, who watches the store. Here in Zard,
Oh,
and the
okay.
Dragon Horde is there
Yeah,
as
yeah.
their store.
Okay.
He's like, he just kind of stops there for a second. He's like, "That's all."
Wait.
Oh, yep. How can I help you, ma'am?
How tall is this kid? I know I'm fucking tall, but like,
How
how
tall are
tall
you?
is this kid? I'm like 7 feet tall.
You're like 7 feet tall. He's less than half your height.
Okay, I'm gonna bend down. I'm gonna like kneel down. Try and get eye to eye with the kid. How much money do I have?
A lot.
Oh my god, I'm rich. When the
Oh, you
fuck did
haven't
that
spent
happen?
any of your money.
I did.
I'm gonna
I
take-
have
I'm gonna-
nothing.
Jubei didn't.
I'm gonna take a small handful of coins, probably about 5 gold pieces,
Okay.
and I'm going to hold them out.
His eyes
going to
light
say-
up the moment you show him that much gold.
Can you tell me, wherever I am, if you hear anything, or any whispers, or anything about anybody suffering nightmares, chronic nightmares, or if you ever hear people whispering the name, the Prince of Nightmares?
He looks at the gold. He looks at you. He's like, he looks like he's looking at you kind of intently and studying your face for a moment. And goes, "All right, I've got your description. I'll spread the word around to other Fleetfoots. And if we hear anything, we'll get that back to you as soon as we can." And it's like, for this much gold, absolutely, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
He
and
still has no idea how much gold is worth.
No,
Anything.
he is. That kid's gonna have so much candy later, dude. So the kid just darts off into an alley and disappears, gone like the wind.
Fuck, I have
You're-
so much fucking money.
Tirda also doesn't understand how money works, so that seemed normal.
The only one of us that knows how money is worked is fucking Kit.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm just looking around, make sure no thieves are eyeing us up right now.
Go ahead and give me your perception check at disadvantage.
Got that.
Oh, no, wait. I have the least amount of money than everybody else. Everybody has money.
Look at my inventory, Caden.
You have
You'll-
3 platinum.
Yeah, that's 30 gold.
Oh, that's right.
Platinum is 10 gold, not 100.
Okay, cool. I have a lot of money. I do have a lot of money. Never mind.
All right. With a nat 1.
Why do you have all the money? What
No,
the fuck?
you don't-
I gave you a bunch of my money too.
I spent
I'm not
it.
saying how much I have.
But the nat 1, you don't see anyone eyeing you. Everything looks clear, perfectly fine. Oh, there's a nice, pretty bird. So, where to now?
Is our package on the way to the library, or is it in a completely different direction?
It would be here in the Reef District.
Oh yeah, let's get that first then.
You want to go there
Oh,
first? All right, I'll follow you guys.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right,
Maybe-
I'll continue.
Tirda's feeling a little suspicious and kind of like flies up to your ear tube and goes, before we open the package, could you check it with your freaky paladin magic and see if it's evil first?
Freaky paladin magic.
Kind of like give a hurt like look. At the words freaky paladin magic. I mean, I guess I could. I could. No, there's nothing really I can do about this, can I?
You have divine
I mean-
sense.
Oh, that's right. I do have divine sense. Fuck. All right, cool. Fuck. I do have divine sense.
You're
Hmm.
welcome.
Fuck.
Yep.
Thanks. I'm trying to I'm looking at my
That was
spells.
the feature I was wanting you to use on the package. Yes.
The freaky paladin magic, yes, the one that has helped you multiple times now. Very
Fucking
helpful.
freaky paladin magic. Okay, well I'm gonna use divine sense then.
Oh well, hold
You
on.
want to
you're
be a
not-
boring paladin?
So,
or-
so first of all, you walk through the reef district. The sun's starting to get a little bit higher. It's getting close to its. You estimate maybe about 11 o'clock in the morning now. A couple hours have passed. And you find your way to the Dragon's Hoard, which I think I wrote the description down. There it is. You find it's a very beautiful kind of in purple and gold, reminiscent of Matthias' scales and his robes. A very purple and gold kind of building that has a big sign out above the front door. The little symbol of a dragon head next to it, laying out the Dragon's Hoard. It appears to be open now, so you walk in, and little bell at the door goes ding ding ding, kind of goes off. I'll be there in just a minute. You hear a voice call out from the back, and around you kind of see a few shelves, a few display cases for items and magical or otherwise, laid around. And a minute or so passes, and from the back room comes forward who you know to be Miss Rain. She's about as tall as you are, Tubei, and a dragonborn clad in these beautiful kind of ruby scales, giving off this very beautiful kind of light as the sunlight from the windows kind of pours through. Anything that hits her just kind of bounces off in these beautiful kind of light. Wearing relatively simple clothes, but also kind of a leather apron. Seemed like she was just kind of working on something in the back, and she's like, there you are. And she waves at you with her hand. You can see that she's got a glove on, where on her right hand, it connects from her forearm up to her hand, and her pinky and ring finger are missing and replaced with a little construct, little metal appendages. Glad to see you got my message. Those Fleetfoot still look fast.
They're aptly named, I guess.
Well, you're here for your reward then. Let me go grab that for you. He reaches down back into the back room and quickly pulls out a bag with her and lays it down on the counter that you walk up to. Seems that your work in Goldfield did not go unnoticed.
Someone left this for us for helping out in Goldfield?
Not just someone, my dear. And she also pulls out, from inside the bag, she reaches her hand in, and her hand seems to go in deeper than it should for how big the bag is. This very simple looking brown bag, and pulls it out a letter. And hands it to, just holds it out for any of you to read. Who wants to take it?
I guess I'll take it since everybody wants me to make sure shit isn't fucking evil. So I'll just delicately take it.
Okay.
You are the face of the group.
Oh god, please no. Too anxious for this.
You can also go and give me a history check as you look at the seal that's on the envelope.
History check.
I will also try that, but good luck.
At disadvantage.
Yep. 8.
I got a 6. Oh, no,
looks
wait.
fake.
Wait, hold on. It's history? Yeah, 6. Never mind. Flat roll. Never mind.
All right.
Never mind, I'm dumb.
The brain cell is dumb. Got it. The symbol almost looks familiar, but yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. It could be anything. Do you want to do anything with it before you open it?
Does anybody else want to give this one a shot? To even with disadvantage?
Can I?
Yeah, you can look at it.
History, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Nope. Okay. None of you know what
7.
this is. There's a symbol there. It's kind of small. It's in wax.
I sniff it.
It smells like a sea breeze.
Oh, interesting.
Too bad. Do you want to do anything before opening it?
I mean, I'm supposed to use divine sense here, right?
If you want
You
to.
can.
I'm not going to tell you what to do.
I'm gonna use divine sense now.
Well, you open up your magic to sense for anything not of this plane, and you don't pick up anything. Everything's fine. Except for, do you pick up Fae? Nope, you don't pick up anything.
Well, she would pick up Fae from me, right?
No, it's only Celestial, Fiend, and Undead. That's what I had to check.
Oh,
So
okay.
you don't pick up anything.
Okay. I guess I'll open the... Tube's gonna open the letter now?
Alright, I sent to you the contents of the letter. I DM'd you.
Oh shit, okay. Okay, I guess I'll just read this then.
Yeah, you can read it out loud.
So Tube just kind of like gets the paper and just kind of like unravels the paper a little bit. For your assistance in the Goldfield incident and the swift resolution you helped bring, I offer you my sincere gratitude as Duchess of the Southeast. Your good deeds have not gone unnoticed, and as such have prepared a gift for you in the form of this bag of holding alongside 50 platinum pieces. Enclosed, you will find a letter of introduction, an invitation to meet the Crowned Guard Captain Zane at the East Coast Garrison north of Zarin. I'm sure the Guard would be eager to have you join their ranks. Visit him at your leisure, if you are so inclined. Sira Zariska, Duchess of the Southeast.
How do you spell her name?
Syrazarska.
Thank you, Rika.
You're welcome. A gift from the Duchess herself. That's not. That's another rare thing, isn't it?
Tyr kind of just listens blankly. What's a
Yeah.
Duchess?
A rich person.
I'm gonna say that Kit can give me a history check. Being
That's not
actually
great.
from this continent and not in the forest.
A 4.
4. You were
Yes.
this. Politics.
Politics. Is
A rich
great
person.
politics.
The Duchess, dear girl, is more or less the regional governor. The governor's a bit of a weird one. It's just a title for the one who's in charge of this region of the country. There are 4 of them in total, and Tyra here is based in our very own Port Zarin.
So she's like the shaman of the city?
Sure. If your shaman makes a lot of the business decisions, a lot of the political decisions, but also still has someone else that they answer to.
No, the shaman's in charge of everything.
Then no. Think the second in command.
I'm shoving my hand in the bag of holding, seeing what I can get
Oh.
out.
You
So
reach
like
your hand into
the
the bag and it's just cold. You don't know what to think of, so you don't know what else is in there.
Okay.
For the first time ever, Tube's gonna actually hold on to the bag of holding and keep it like safe.
All right.
Alright, what are we doing with the money inside of that thing?
Well, you can always spend it here.
Yeah. Well, what's here? What's interesting?
So magical
what's
items,
interesting?
magical items, potions, elixirs, mundane oddities, fun toys. Oh, but also before that, she also reaches into the bag one more time and pulls out another letter. This one, I believe, comes from the soul. If any of you would like to read it.
The soul? Do I know what that
I
is?
grab it. I immediately grab it.
You immediately grab it. I will. What do you do with it?
I guess I'll open it up and read it.
Insight check.
Why?
What do you
Same.
mean? You've never seen never seen Kit immediately just be like, "That's mine," in that kind of way. Insight check.
Don't worry, Sam, I don't notice anything. I got a 5.
I also don't notice anything.
What
I got a 1.
Now you're just like, huh? Kit's really enthusiastic today. Sam, I have
I
sent you the
fucking
content.
get lucky. We need this shit.
I have sent you the contents of the letter to your DM.
Fucking bullshit.
You can choose what to do with that.
We get a favor from the soul for our good deeds.
What's the soul?
Those weird monks and the weird mask. The freaky mask.
Oh, the people that I do
What did you do?
nothing. I got mad at them.
Yeah.
They didn't seem particularly helpful.
Why did they thank us?
I guess they didn't have to exterminate the village thanks to us.
Because we did good?
I
Terminate.
mean, I threatened to break one of their faces.
Did I know that?
No, you did not.
She pulls once again. She pulls
definitely-
out of the bag. I believe this here is the gift that was given to that they left for you. This little periapt. Or whichever one of you wishes to take it.
Out of
That egg.
character. What is that? What is a periapt?
A gem, I think.
A little.
Ooh,
red.
I like gems.
So you immediately
Should we
snatch the.
Do you
periapt.
really want something from your fucking group of assholes that have been tracking you down?
You don't know that.
Like out of character, yeah, I fucking straight up do.
You don't know that.
I fucking straight up do after.
You don't know that.
I don't know. You'd think you'd want the platinum more than the fucking like the fucking thing from the people who you don't like.
I work with jewelry. I make jewelry, okay?
Yeah, you make jewelry, but what if this is a fucking tracking device? That feels so.
We need to
Alright.
get that checked then. That is in character. I would definitely check that out first. But
But you're at disadvantage right now.
yeah, and I
are
need
you
someone
talking about
else to
this out
check it
loud?
for me. Well, no. Just as a side note, in character, I would get the gem check to make sure it's not a tracking device.
All right. You
But
do
for
get
now,
a
take
periapt
it.
of wound closure, so you can add that to your inventory.
Yeah.
I'm
Basically,
going
it'll
to
stabilize
just
you if you go down, and you're not
I'm
dead
going
on
to
at the start of your turn.
divide the platinum amongst Kit and Teardra, and give the platinum to them.
So we get all the platinum? You're not
You guys can
like
split the platinum. Like it's like
25
I'm
each?
gonna hold on to the bag of holding for safekeeping, but please take the money.
Works for me.
All right, Kaden, you can go ahead and add the bag of holding to your inventory. And the great thing about that is when you do, you can put stuff in your bag, and then it'll take it out of your encumbrance. Everything in the bag will not count towards your encumbrance. Isn't that fun?
I mean,
Yes. You're strong as hell. Doesn't matter.
I
But
was gonna say it's like I'm carrying 143 pounds right now. I am woefully unencumbered.
Yeah, despite my size, I am also carrying like 100 pounds of gear, and I'm not even halfway to encumbered.
Yo, what is my cap? Where do I find my cap?
click
Just
on
click.
click on your weight carried, that number. Your carrying capacity is 270.
270.
You're like halfway there.
And I can push, drag, or lift almost 600 pounds.
A
Jesus.
quarter
strong.
ton. Yeah, a quarter ton.
That's in character for me.
You're stronger than the barbarian. Okay.
Yep.
Well,
But the barbarian has more hit points. So there.
The barbarian does have more hit.
yes.
And just as much AC, and wears nothing for armor.
It's true. I'm harder to hit though.
You both have the
No.
same AC.
Oh, we both have 19? Fuck me. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's fucking rad as shit.
This is why if
The
I ever
lowest
want to
AC
fight
in the
you,
party
I
is
need AoE.
Yeah, everyone in the party has at least an AC of 17.
Jesus Christ. How the fuck do you have an AC of 17?
Wisdom and Dex.
Yeah.
Ah,
Because unarmored defense. Because of a monk.
Defense.
It's why my wizard in a different campaign had an AC of 21 with the shield. No. With the shield it's like 25.
Clank, clank. That's all I have to say.
24. Anyways. Well, you've saved more people. You've gotten some rewards. You have a few options. What are you gonna do? We've got plenty of goods
I
here.
mean, if you guys want to like browse, that was a good time to browse.
Yeah, what kind of trinkets are there here?
Trinkets. Are you looking for something useful or for something fun?
A bit of both.
A little bit of both. Start rummaging around. Let's see here. We've got rods of light. We've got essentially magical firecrackers. We've got a stone that'll just repeat whatever you said for 5 minutes at a time. Little distraction, little toys. Special candles. What are you in the market for?
Mischief. Can I get the firecrackers and that stone?
Trying to see if these are actual. Alright. One of these, what would it be called? Small pouch of firecrackers and one soundstone. Or person stone? Yeah. I'll figure out a name later. All that together, pretty simple. They're incredibly simple toys. 5 silver.
Yeah, I'll buy it.
You can just go ahead and mark that in your other possessions. I'll figure out inventory later. But the firecrackers, essentially, it's a pack of maybe about 6 of them. You'll throw them and they'll make sparks and lights and noise. The stone, you kind of activate the rune on it and you'll talk into it or make a sound into it for about 5 seconds. It'll record that. And then you can, about 10 seconds later, it'll start repeating that sound back to you for the next 5 minutes.
Alright. Yeah, I'll put those away and shall we go off to the library now?
Unless your turn wants to buy something.
Yeah. I'm just kind of quickly looking over the magic item
Yes.
tables. There's nothing really jumping out. I've already got some pretty nice magic items, so she'll refrain from the moment. She already bought a bunch of stuff here: the absorbing necklace and the ring of warmth.
Things that you haven't told anyone about. Well, if you ever
I
get
mean,
ideas
they
for
see
more...
that I'm wearing fancy jewelry. That's about
Yeah,
it.
they don't know what they do. Well, if you ever have any ideas for anything you want, don't hesitate to let us know. We'll see what we have in stock.
I'm gonna just like gently be like, if you ever have any shields or armor, please let me know.
Well, you already have the your beautiful armor that will never get dirty. But do you have a special shield? You do not. Well, I'll take a look
No.
at what I have next time you come by. I'll show you our stock.
Thank you. I very much appreciate it. Thank you.
Of course, you've done such wonderful things for my family.
Gonna give like a quick little wave and then just kind of like trot on out.
Yeah, actually, Tirda is gonna make an inquiry. If you happen into a sentinel shield, I might be interested in purchasing one.
Well, I'll write it down for you, darling.
Thank you.
Alright, so y'all leave the Dragon's Hoard, make your way through the Reef District, and start heading towards the Pearl District?
Yeah.
Alright. New gifts in hand, you all make your way to the higher class Pearl District, which you'll notice very quickly has a few more guards in it than before, but besides that, your entry has not been barred. But that is where we're going to take a quick break before we
Okay.
get to the library.
Okay.
We're going to take a quick
I
couple of
have a
minutes.
magic stone that makes noises, and we're going to a library.
Oh God.
I didn't think about that. Oh no. Alright, what have I done?
You've
Okay.
made a mistake.
Yeah, mistakes happen a lot. It's fine. Alright, but
Just
we're
roll
gonna...
with it.
Yeah, it's fine. Alright, we'll see y'all in just a few minutes. Make sure to get up, walk around, get some water, all that good stuff. We'll be right back.
Strat.
And we're back. So, y'all leave the Dragon's Hoard in the Reef District, continue making your way head northeast over to the Pearl District. And as you enter in, you kind of notice that the things are getting... The city itself, like, no part of the city was dirty, per se, but you can definitely see that the buildings are a little bit more ornate. Everything's a little bit neat and tidier in this area of the city. And you can easily already, in the distance, see your destination, the Library of Many Lands, as it's kind of a little bit of a tower reaching up into the sky. And out a little ways, even further, a little bit, actually probably a little bit to the west, you'll see the beginnings of of a different church, though you can't see what it is from here. You continue on your way to the library and pass by a few guards that look at you, but they don't stop you, they don't give you any trouble. They just make it known that they see you.
I imagine Tyrda's not who they're used to seeing
Absolutely
in this
not.
kind of area. She is very feral looking.
Y'all make it to the library and y'all find this. If you were to cross a tower, like kind of a, oh, not quite a wizard's tower, but definitely like a tower, like a kind of a building with towers with a church, and just kind of an ornate, just like the ornate nature of the rest of this area of the city. This is kind of what you're looking at. This large kind of marble building, kind of like marble and stone. Make your way through the front entrance, the large wooden double doors. And even in here at the base, you kind of see there's a desk a bit in front of you, and spread out behind it, you see a couple people, but mainly you see many shelves of books. You see stairways winding up to higher levels where more and more books are, but you also see those higher levels have generally a monk nearby and a kind of a ropeway blocking it off.
Is there anybody at the a counter?
You go up to the counter and you just see this young elven woman. Hello there, welcome to the Library of Many Lands. I haven't seen your faces before. Have you been here before?
Have not been here before, but I need to speak with somebody of some very urgent business.
Do you want to show him the letter?
I'm gonna hold off on the letter until we find somebody who's more important than the front desk person.
I mean, I can get one of the monks, but to get any much higher than them, you'll have to have a. Let me go get someone. And you kind of see her step away, but calls over one of the guard monks to come and just watch the desk for a moment while she steps back and runs off into past a door and presumably into an office or something. And she returns with a slightly older looking man, not too much older. He's got spectacles on. He appears to be appears to actually be a tiefling with like this kind of light red skin and these kind of horns with a little bit of jewelry on them, but not too decorated, just a little bit of decoration. Wearing these kind of white and blue robes. Hello there. I am one of the librarians of this here. How can I help you?
We have this, and then Tube takes out the letter and hands it to them.
He looks at it, looks over, sees the seal on it. It comes from Thalia. She doesn't send very many this way, but I assume that you are on official church business then. He opens it up and reads it. And his kind of very soft, kind of smiling demeanor drops a little bit. Oh. Hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
that's about the reaction we expected.
yes, it seems you've been. I'll take them with me. You keep watching this. You keep watching the desk here. Yes, sir. And the guard returns to his post. She sits down, and he beckons you to come walk with him. So, the letter mentions demon activity. What can you tell me?
Well,
Tierda kind of looks at 2B as the expert.
I imagine it's like
Well.
rehashing.
rehash from the beginning. Session 1. Session 0, technically.
0.1. All right. Yeah. As he takes you into a back office and kind of leans his back against the wall while he's listening to you talk. And he goes through and pulls out some folders or pulls out a folder, starts leafing through it and puts it away, finds another one. Name doesn't ring a bell personally, but demons tend to have names and monikers. A title of sorts. Princes, lords, so on and so forth. Lord, the gods above know where they get them. But I haven't heard that one before, but general demonology. You have this letter, so I can hopefully help you get into some of the more protected text. Deeper information. I'm not. He's looking. You can kind of watch he's going. He appears to be looking through like lists of names of books and information catalogs, essentially. However, we do certainly have books on general nature, general behavior of demons and their ilk.
Can you point us in the direction of where we need to research?
I'm looking for that at the moment. It appears to be. Yes, might be on the 3rd floor. I'll take you up there myself. I'll get one of the others to help us investigate. To look through some books.
I appreciate the assistance.
Yes, of course. The knowledge is something that is meant to be shared and protected in equal measure. And this is very much the kind of knowledge that can do both good and harm. With what you have told me so far in this letter that you've given me, it appears as though you are, at least for now, to be trusted in being given some aid in this endeavor.
Well, I was sent out from my tribe to fight some kind of unknown evil in the world, so this seems to be in line with that mission.
Well, the unfortunate thing is that number seems to never dwindle, however much you heroes and adventurers are stomp them out. That's why we appreciate the work that you do. And he'll take you out and lead you up the stairs, past guards and past a couple ropeways. And along the way, he'll gesture to, Sarah, can you help us, yes, sir. Find books on demons. We're looking for nightmares, dreams, anything to do with demon calling cards, their interactions here in the material plane. They're not exactly sorted in that way. There's plenty of history. There's some demonology. What exactly would you look for first?
I'm not sure. Tibet, is there a particular area we should be looking?
I suppose general demonology would be the smartest place to start.
Demonology. So we'll take a look through are books of demons that we like, you mean known demons and their activities.
Try and reference the title of Prince of Nightmares.
That's definitely a starting point. I don't into. And so y'all, let's see here,
Tirda
how do I do this?
Tirda grabs one of the books that's been provided and opens it up upside down.
He just kind of softly picks it up from you, grabs it, turns it right back up, and hands it back to you.
Ah, right. Words. I'm not sure Tirda's literate.
You know what? I will leave that up to you.
She can
Too
speak
bad
4
for the-
languages. I don't know if she can read 4 languages.
Tube's gonna pull the monk that's been guiding them around and giving them information aside and away from everyone else for a moment.
And can I like kind of turn
Perception
my
check.
ear towards that conversation?
Perception
What-
check,
what check?
disadvantage. Perception.
Okay. Oh, damn it.
Your disadvantage is hurting you, isn't it?
Oh. No, this one's 18.
Wow. Okay, now you're probably gonna hear all this. Is there anything I can help you with?
Tube hands over the book. Can you tell me who might have written this?
Well, now. This is rather unique. Flips through it and starts checking it out, starts checking the binding, the pages, all the very first page, very last page, flipping it over all around. Huh. Well, I think this. Let me reference something. I believe I might have an idea. This appears to be the personal journal of a demon hunter of old. Although why it's here, now that is another question. He was lost. Oh, a century ago, maybe? Suddenly just disappeared. He was also he was quite the demon scholar. Appears to be some of his, possibly one of his earlier journals, but it ends so suddenly. Why would it?
If it's one of his earlier journals, would you happen to have something newer?
Possibly. Some of the information here feels different. It has some of his markings, but not. And he'll start going through and looking for books. And he was a scholar. He didn't. A lot of his notes were very particular. Let's see here. Ooh, alright. Let's see here. Pull up fast. See here, a lot of his later things were more specific towards whether types of demons and very little information on the lords themselves. Dagon of the Depths, and not necessarily about. There's more about the sea, less about dreams. Prince of Demons himself, Obox, and very little information on him. Mostly about chaos. Pale Knight, Lord of the Skies, Duergus, King of Flesh. Let's see here, Ugedink, Squirming King, Demogorgon. Not much about dreams for any of these, though. That must not have been much information about this one. Keep looking. Did any of those names sound familiar? Anything weird?
Do I need to roll for this? I feel like I need to roll for this.
Go ahead and give me a history check.
Vikings history.
You're doing a lot of
Stupid.
research.
16.
16.
Yay! Pretty
So
good.
here's the interesting thing. One of those names did stick out to you for a moment because you've heard it before. Back in Findris. One of the last things that Rava said before she died, he called out the name Duergus.
Weird. And Dwergis' title was.
Duergus, he is the king of flesh, the origin of a lot of, honestly, a lot of the forms of demons as we know them now, ancient, millennia old, but hasn't had any interest in material plane for centuries, as far as we know.
Do you have any information that I could read about this particular?
Certainly he pulls out a reference book or two. He's an ancient demon, one of the first or at least one of the first of the most powerful ones that we know of. But again, he has been silent. He's been. Right, if you've heard that name in recent times, that would be dangerous and that would be terrible indeed. He's never seemed to have an interest in the material plane, but you can certainly do more research. And he'll
Tira's
help
gonna
you.
take the book back and take out her own little book and start scribbling little bits of notes.
Making notes. All right, go ahead and give me. We'll make this investigation at advantage because he's helping you out. Just to see what all you can kind of glean.
You actually have a positive investigation.
I do. Interesting. That's hilarious.
What'd you get?
I rolled a 16 and a 19. So 69, sort of.
Sort of.
69
We'll count it.
adjacent.
Nice.
So 19 with advantage. So 19 plus 3, 20, 21.
21.
22.
Nice.
22.
22? Also nice.
22.
All right. So what you kind of learn from this book about Duergus is he's known as both the Lord of Flesh, or also known as the Chrysalis Prince. He's essentially the brief description that we have of him is a massive entity of constantly changing, constantly like this ever fluid form, never anything concrete. Kind of a soup or slime, this just kind of like living flesh, this living chaos in, how would you put it? Like chaos in physical form. He's always only ever had interest in the abyss itself and just kind of expanding himself there until finally he was, for whatever reason, he just went quiet and he just created other demons, and then he just not necessarily disappeared, but he just sort of stopped interacting much. But his power is still very real, and there have been even many who have tried to go after his power and tried to steal it from themselves, but none have succeeded.
Worrying.
Concerning. Very concerning.
Idle hands are the devil's tools, so an idle devil.
An idle devil we do not have. Demon, very different.
Well, I am going to... Did you have a name for the demon hunter?
Demon hunter, that's, I believe, it was, think. He starts looking through a few more books, just trying to remember if there's any name. He didn't seem to be interested in getting his name out there. We just know that he was just kind of the demon hunter. It was just, or the researcher, the scholar, and a couple of different names that people called him by. If he left a name anywhere.
Okay. Well, I will do my best to figure out what I can and possibly add knowledge to your library.
Yes, we are always looking for things to add. Knowledge, as we've mentioned before, knowledge is something to be shared, even if also protected to some degree.
Okay, he's gonna kind of like glance around real quick.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Just to see if anybody's like hanging on and like
Listening to this conversation? Go ahead and give me perception.
Inside shit.
perception. Yeah. 15.
15 in perception?
That's 15.
There's not a whole lot of
with
people.
my plus.
There's a couple people down in the lower levels. But up here where you are, there don't appear to be. There's like maybe one or two other people doing their own research, but they're kind of nose in their own books. So you don't seem to have anyone watching you intently.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you don't have. Yeah.
Okay.
Except maybe Kit.
Except for Kit, who's not entirely reading the book that they have in front of them.
Oh, so she does notice me.
Well, go ahead. And roll
Unless
stealth
you
for me.
wanted to roll stealth, yeah, with
Yeah, I was about to say, go ahead
disadvantage.
and roll stealth for me.
With disadvantage.
At disadvantage, yes.
Oh, God.
No, you see that
Yay!
you just you catch that Kit's eyes aren't moving with the page, but her ear is kind of turned to you ever so slightly.
Okay. You have a bit of a kind of like a angry dog huff. Not pay it too much mind. Feels understandable given the situation, but still a little.
You do also, however, probably see Tierda trying to read a book, trying her best.
Yeah, if it's in common, I'm struggling.
Give me an intelligence check, just for the hell of it.
Okay. Three.
God, you wish there were pictures with this.
Do you have anything in Sylvan?
Possibly. There's a couple. There's. Sylvan is let's see, it's the Fey language, language of old elves. They might have a little bit on demons. I can look around for you.
Thank you. I read that better. It's what my shaman taught me to read.
There's a little. You find they bring back kind of a small little scroll that kind of talks about that's in Sylvan of the connection between the abyss and the Feywild.
Oh, I'm gonna read that intently.
Give me an investigation check at disadvantage.
Yeah.
See how well you can read it.
7.
It's kind
The other
of
one
hard
was
to
a
make out.
19.
You're doing your that would have been so good. You're doing your best to read it. It seems like the connection between the two is rather thin. Demons have tried, but it's rather difficult just given the nature of where the Feywild is, but how it exists and the natural chaos of both planes is weird,
Not
and that's about all you
compatible.
got. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's not. That's about what you get. Is stuff's weird.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna veer off from the demons a little bit.
All right.
Can I look up information about the twin gods we helped?
Yeah, go ahead and give me your investigation check. Especially if you're not asking for help, then this is still going to be a disadvantage.
I'll ask for help.
You ask for help from one of the monks. All right, then go ahead and just give me a flat roll for investigation.
No, why would you do this?
That's not bad.
Okay.
You find a few books because they're.
A 10 is a success in most Baldur's Gate rolls. You remember
That is
those,
completely
right?
true.
No.
That is very true.
Yes, a 10 is a success in most Baldur's Gate rolls.
Baldur's Gate is
Okay,
very
okay.
lenient with a lot of its DCs.
You were saying I found books?
You say that.
I
You
said a lot. I didn't
say
say all
that.
of them. I didn't say all of them. I found a DC 30 lockpicking place that I definitely couldn't do. Anyways,
Oh my god.
Yeah, I have another one for you, but I'll tell you later.
anyways, the twins are one of the major deities of this world and even of Arash, and especially here in Zarin. They are one of the major deities. So you find where'd it go? Yeah, you find a little bit of information about Min and Ron, the twins, and how you kind of get the general information of like all things in nature, good and bad, kind of fall under their purview. They work together for this balance. They are the sun, the rainbows, I think that's the last time, but they're also thunder, they're the volcano, they're storms. And whether you're praising or cursing one of them, you are doing so to both. And they're very much a kind of neutral force in the world, but they do take interest in the natural order of the world. Unless you want to find anything more specific.
I'm trying to figure out why this demon would is interested in this god.
Let's see here. Based on that 10, and based on what happened there, let's see here.
I mean, like having the force of nature to control is pretty powerful, but like, is there anything else?
I mean, nature kind of like the nature in the soil and all that kind of files under their purview. And so a corruption of that nature can have very dangerous effects on the land and the people and everything living in nature.
What else would spread out far and wide like that? Okay. I guess I'll go back to doing research on demon.
Alright, you
For
can
now.
rejoin the others. I'll say you guys have been researching now for a couple of hours. For a few hours now. Is there anything? Let's do one last thing of anything specific that y'all are looking for.
Did we find any references in these tomes to the Prince of
Dreams?
Nightmares?
We'll do one more. So you don't necessarily find reference to anything called the Prince of Nightmares. What you do find is references of kind of some of them older, some of them a little bit newer, of the idea of nightmares being and dreams being influenced by forces outside of our reality. You find basically the idea that dreams are kind of occasionally old gateways, connections between other forces. A lot of gods and even a lot of like dark entities even use dreams to send messages. But a demon whose purview is dreams specifically, it's been speculated that there might be one, or there might even be several, and maybe it's just a power that they have occasionally. But finding one who this is their entire ordeal, there is reference to one maybe existing, but not enough information. But not much more information than that here.
What about a god that's in charge of dream stuff?
God of dreams. Anyone that's here? Go ahead and give me a religion. Anyone who wants can go ahead and give me a religion check.
Disadvantage. Oh no.
What'd you get? Oh wow. Oh, let's do that. That's funny. You're not sure. Like there are several gods there, but you're not sure if any of them or which of them might be like any sort of domain over dreams themselves.
Yeah, I think Tyrda's drawing a blank at this point.
Sometimes that happens. Investigations can only go so far. Or at least in a library.
Also not Tyrda's forte.
Also not Tyrda's forte.
She's probably actually having some like flashbacks to the dream, and she feels like attacking these books is very similar to attacking the
Yeah, especially with
smoke
that
demons.
0. Imagine every time you get a very low roll on disadvantage, you're just still thinking about that dream. But still, the nightmare still kind of haunting you, and you're at the forefront of your mind.
Just can't get a grip on the reality of the situation.
And I asked the monk about the crystal, the arcane crystal I have. I think it was given to me by the twin gods, if I remember right.
Okay. I think I remember what that was now. Was that a crystal? I thought they gave you like
a flower?
A flower bud. I don't remember where you got this crystal. No, I remember this crystal. I think you got from the dwarf, maybe, and to be used for reasons later. Art of crafting.
Oh, it was a crafting thing.
I think so.
Okay, then I'll do research on this mysterious flower that is staying alive somehow. I think
Alright.
Tubei has it.
One of you has this little thing.
Don't think it's me.
Yeah, I think either Tubei or Kit had it, but regardless, it seems to be just like the stem and the bud of a flower, like it hasn't bloomed yet. Okay.
Do you want me do you want me to make that flower bloom? I say, wiggling my fingers and causing a little bit of sparks and petals to form.
Yes.
Alright, so I cast Druidcraft on the bud to make it bloom.
You try and make it bloom. You feel your magic reach out to this little flower, but immediately you feel something repel it. Like whatever magic you're trying to cast on this just does not reach the flower. You kind of get the sense that something's not ready yet. It's not. You aren't unable to force it to bloom.
That's a special flower you've got there.
If you
And
want,
normally
wanted to ask one of the monks about it,
Yes.
right? Curious.
Maybe the demon wanted this flower.
Uh, where did you get this?
Some gods.
From
Twins.
From the twins. They just.
their guardian specifically.
Well, let me see here. Well, you're right. There's definitely some sort of divine magic on it. However, what specifically it is that either I just can't figure out what it is, or it doesn't have a defined purpose.
It doesn't have a defined purpose?
It
What?
has. There is. Think of this as something that is containing. I want to call it a seed, but clearly it's already a bud. Something that is containing energy or ready to unleash it when ready. What effect it will have at the time? Now that we can only know when it happens.
So it's just
It's
kind
a
of sitting
bomb.
there.
I don't believe it's a bomb. The twins are not known for the, well, I would say not known for the destruction, the volcano, but sometimes nature can be rather vengeful. It can be, potentially it could be a bomb, but it could just as easily be life. It could be resurrection. It could be rebirth. Or it could be healing. It could be growth. It could be many things.
Is it judging me? Is
No.
it like feeding off negative energy when you say containing energy?
I believe it's more containing their divine energy, or at least a small bit of it, ready to be unleashed when it is time. I don't think it's siphoning anything off of you, but it'd certainly be interesting if it was, wouldn't it?
I should not be holding it if that's the case.
It's possible it might take on the form of what is necessary to the one who has held on to it. Perhaps it will take on a form of their need, or perhaps it will be one that is necessary in the moment.
Oh, okay, so it's a good thing. It's okay. It's a good
Essentially.
thing.
That was a gift from a god, so
It certainly
I
helps.
You
would
don't
hope
know
it's
what these gods.
Well, if you protected their shrine, the place of their worship and power, I would certainly hope that they would gift you with a boon, rather than any sort of dangerous item that could potentially bring harm to you.
That's all subjective.
And I suppose there is no doubting that.
I don't know like what else to research. Can I look up more recent information?
On what specifically?
Rise of cults.
Cults, okay. Let's say go ahead and give me another investigation flat roll.
Flat roll? Okay,
Yeah,
because I'm getting
you're
help.
getting help. Monks aren't letting you do this alone.
A 10.
And so there is some information on cults throughout the ages, and this is still on this level. It's a little bit, some of this information can be a little bit dangerous given rise and fall, but everything is like people being influenced and or by various entities and or being manipulated by them, both mortal and immortal. But nothing too recent. These are all, everything here that's in print tends to be quotes that existed at some point or more generic kinds that have persisted throughout time and kind of have resurgences every now and then. But nothing within recent memory. Immortal beings will always have followers, no matter how dark and evil they are. Even if they're gone for a while, they tend to come back. That is kind of the extent of what you find.
So this Prince of Nightmares, does he have a cult?
You're not sure. Haven't been able to find any information about him.
Hmm.
We've been out this for a while, the monk that you first kind of met. We will continue to search this in your absence if you have other things you wish to do. Research is a time-consuming process, after all. He says, because you look out the window and you see that the sun's already set at this point.
Oh shit.
You guys have been at this for a while.
All right, one more thing.
One more thing.
Information about this Duchess and the Crown Guard.
Ah, now that's an easy one. But go ahead and give me an investigate. They can kind of. You don't even need to roll for this one. The Duchess. I mean, certainly we can find books. She is the current. Sarah is the current Duchess. She's of this area. She's well, she's a very charismatic leader, and not a poor one in any sense.
So people like her, they think she's a good leader and does good things?
I mean, no leaders without their faults, of course. She is... life here tends to be rather exuberant, and this is a place where many people gather and trade, and outside of Zarin, though, but still within her region, is a little bit less so. She spends most of her time here in the city, but she still watches over them, but more from behind a desk, and tends to let some of her advisors do more of that work. But she is from all accounts, she is a kind woman who loves her parties and her social gatherings, and even if she's not always, and her political leanings aside, she doesn't seem like she's done anything horribly wrong. She's not a tyrant by any means.
What do you mean by political leanings?
Oh, she tends to spend much of her time, as I mentioned, with the nobles and with other aristocrats, and with her, and in her parties and her gatherings, and but what she does behind closed doors, most people don't know. She's rather closed off about those sorts of things. But
So she's
we
not
have
a slut.
flourished. He just kind of stopped for a moment. He's not sure if he should laugh or just stay quiet. As far as I'm aware, no. The Crown Guard, however, they're not quite the army. They're more of the king's. They're essentially the army of the kingdom, and they report directly to the king, and they uphold the law and peace for the most part throughout the country and beyond, if need be, in times of war.
And is it usual for the Duchess to invite people to join their ranks?
Oh, well, adventurers such as yourselves are often sought after by political leaders all over the country to potentially join the Crown Guard, or at least work alongside them, as your skills have been proven out in the field already. though it is not uncommon for some adventurers to be hired or scouted or or worked alongside or what have you.
Tyrda's not sure what to think about this.
Gotta come up with your own conclusions.
I think this library is not carrying full information and is pushing noble propaganda.
Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah.
You
Where's the dirt?
Look, there are things that even we do not know, and there are things.
Where are the
that
banned books?
There are. Try not to ban things outright. That said, there are some books that have dangerous information on the whether it means creation of dangerous objects, the dangerous rituals, dangerous spells, and even I do not have access to those. Those are kept under very lock and key, but I imagine that's not quite what you're asking for. If you're looking for dirt, necessarily this is a place of facts for the most part, in history. If you're looking for dirt, I recommend the Fleetfoot. They tend to hear most of the rumors and other such information out on the streets.
You recommend children. Got it.
I recommend the people of the city for their own opinions and for current events.
You more deal with things that have already happened.
For the most part, yes. We do have some scouts out there in the world doing research to bring back to the libraries as much as they can, but even that is information will often be outdated by the time it reaches us by pure nature of change in time.
This library sucks. And then I get up and walk away.
Some people just aren't the
Hi,
student
Caden.
type.
Hello.
Welcome back. I apologize that you were already gone. Never mind. Very well.
I assume I missed nothing.
You missed Sam calling the Duchess a slut.
That did happen. No. To be fair, he asked if she was a slut.
Uh-huh.
I tried getting dirt on the noble people here. It didn't work at the library.
So did you call her a slut to her face?
No, we're not meeting with her yet.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, night has descended.
Yeah, you guys have
while
been in
we've
the library for a
researching.
while. It's already nighttime.
Okay.
We did discover that the magic flower we have is not evil.
Magic flower is not evil.
Probably. It's probably not evil, but we don't know what it does.
Flower not evil. Note taken.
Right? Is there
But we pretty much hit a research dead end as far as anything we had.
Well, I mean, I guess that means that only leaves us with talking to the Duchess, right?
What is she gonna know about a demon? Unless she's working with the demon.
Well, I mean, if we're at a dead end, it's better to explore. If we're at a dead end, it's better to explore elsewhere and return back to something when new information has presented itself. Because everybody else is researching.
We weren't invited to. We weren't invited to the Duchess herself. We were invited to the guard, right?
The monk told us to ask the Fleetfoot for current information.
I already did that.
Shit, yeah, you're right.
But you were that was different information. If we want to know about the Duchess, that would be a separate inquiry.
Oh, the Duchess. Oh, I didn't ask the Duchess about fucking. I didn't ask about the Duchess at all. I'm focused more on
Well, you didn't know
something
about the
else.
Duchess before.
None of anybody's business, I guess.
Also, the letter was an invite to the guard, not to the Duchess herself, right?
Correct. To meet with a guard or captain of the Crown Guard at a garrison to the north.
Hmm.
That's probably going to be a tomorrow thing since it's already nightfall.
Shall we dinner?
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
I can. Okay, I can pay for us to have a nice room somewhere.
Yeah.
We are in a nice neighborhood. We could stand to treat ourselves a little bit. It's been exhausting.
Question, Tube. Is there a place we could sleep that would protect us from demon energy?
Didn't the priest say it was like fading?
Aye, but I feel like extra protection might be a good idea.
Can I do?
Are you looking at magic?
I mean, we're gonna sleep anyway, right? How many of these can I cast? I can cast a couple of these. Yeah. We're gonna have a nice little nap anyway, right?
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Okay, cool. Let's find somewhere. Can I? Oh God, do I see any of those kids running around?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Can I look around too?
Yeah, go ahead.
15.
15? Easy enough. You pass by as you're kind of walking down the street. Even here in this higher class district, you see a little girl with kind of this nice little dress on, kind of walking down with a basket, but on her arm is the little bandana.
Okay, I wave her down frantically, armor clanking, this like hands above head, embarrassingly loud, clunk 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 clunk, trying to like wave her down.
This little halfling girl walks up to you. It's like, "Hello there, ma'am. How can I help you today?"
Pull out 2 pieces of gold.
She just tucks them into her basket. "How can I help you today?"
You have her undivided attention.
I'm looking for a place that is very nice, has very nice sleeping accommodations, and very nice food that can be delivered to the room.
She thinks for a moment and looks around where she is. All right, if you go, and she gives you quick little directions, there's going to be what was it called? The Rainbow Chateau. Very beautiful. They've got they have like really good food, especially a lot of like seafood. If you like that, very fresh from today. And apparently their beds, they feel like you're on a cloud. They're very soft.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And she just kind of skips off down the road.
Rainbow Chateau?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
All right,
Not
we're going to
used to
make our way to the
beds,
Rainbow
but-
Chateau.
All right.
If you think it'll protect us from demons, I'm all for it.
I have a plan for that. Don't worry.
That worries me. Yeah, you make your way and you find this, following the directions she gave you, you find this this large kind of, but very lovely, like ornate, somewhat older building, but it's very well kept. And you walk inside and there's like this very soft kind of music playing. And unlike some of the other inns that have like a rowdy tavern in the bottom, this is a very quiet kind of, but still a very like cheery attitude of kind of a dining area down below. And at the desk, you see this well put together, this well put together man. Hello there, and welcome. Are you looking to dine, or are you looking for a room tonight?
We're looking for a room, preferably with 3 beds, and we want food delivered to our room.
3 beds. That's well. Let's see here. Most of them are only 2 beds. Don't think we have a. Oh, one of the larger suites might be a bit more expensive.
We'll take it.
Kit and I can share a bed. We're not very big.
So will that be the suite or the room?
Tube looks at both of them. The suite or the room?
We can check.
We can share.
The room it is then.
The room, yeah.
All right, and if you wish for room service as well?
Yes, please.
Well, go ahead. While I'm getting your while I'm getting your room together, it'll be just for the night. One night stay?
Just for the night.
One night stay then. It'll be 10 gold for the night, food included. Except, well, most of the food included. Any high-class wine or other specialty dishes will cost extra.
Standard food will be fine.
Well, if you wish for food delivered, there will be a paper in the room. Stick that on the outside of the door, and a maid will be by. Prepare your food. We'll get your food ready for you and bring it up to you as soon as they can.
Tube puts 15 gold on the table. Can we skip that and have it delivered as soon as possible?
Certainly. He'll quickly bring out a piece of paper and just has a couple of different the different meals that options. If you go ahead and do this now, and we'll get that to you right away.
So everybody just picks what they want.
Yeah, Tirda's gonna look for anything like salmon or other fish items like that.
There's a lot of all the freshest of fish, of both the regular and even some more fantastical kinds.
Tube's looking for everything with protein in it, anything and everything with hearty amounts of protein and grain.
Yeah, that's kind of where Tira's head's at, is like meat.
You get plenty of meat and fish and vegetables and fruit.
Meat I didn't have to hunt is such a novelty.
Are you sure you don't want to say there's going to be a lovely songstress here in just a few moments?
I'm going to bed.
I will also be heading up to the room.
Very well.
I'll stay a bit.
You'll stay a bit. Lovely. Well, here is your key. Your room will be on the 3rd floor, room 15. And he'll hand over this little silver key. Yep. Y'all make your way up the stairs, unless there's anything y'all want to do. Make your way up the stairs, down the hall, and come upon this
downstairs.
For the moment.
You'll go up and find this very beautiful, kind of well put together, the most opulent hotel room you've ever seen in your life, with two like king size beds basically, and just decked out in like beautiful kind of ocean colors and patterns, but like a little bit subtle, so it's not like too controlling. And over on the window, you can even see that like the curtain will like perfectly block out any light coming through. And there's just a little oil lamp in the middle.
This is nice.
Tyr doesn't know what to do or where to sit, and anytime that she like walks across something or touches something, it becomes dirtier.
As some of your dirt, like some of the dirt from the day and your just general livelihood kind of hits like the bed or whatever, you see that it quickly kind of, there's a slight little shimmer, and the dirt just kind of vanishes.
Do they have a bath that I can do that?
I
You look
assume
over
the
and
bath is probably equally as extravagant.
you open up the latrine door and you find this very beautiful kind of porcelain, tub, but it doesn't seem to be hooked up to anything. But it does have a little like connected to the wall. There's just this little knob there, like right next to on the wall next to the bath.
Tirda doesn't know what a tub knob would even be.
And also, when I say I mean imagine the old like clawfoot bathtubs,
Uh-huh.
like very decorative, very beautiful.
Mm-hmm. She's more accustomed to like a wooden, like large bucket style tub or a river.
Chubei's gonna go ahead and like set up the bath
Yeah,
for Teardra.
Yeah, you turn the little knob there, and from inside the bath itself, you see like a little bit of light glow, and it starts to fill up with water on its own.
That's weird.
Don't worry, you're going to enjoy this. Just relax. You and Kit have had a bit of a rough time, so enjoy it.
Tirda kind of shrugs and takes her dress off and goes into the tub.
Full nude in front of Tubei.
Chubei's going to just like quickly like scurry on out, and it's just like, okay, all right, enjoy your bath, bye.
You scurry out. Tirda kind of sets yourself. You set yourself into the bath, and it's whatever you like. This very pleasant, very like this kind of hot bath. Like, it surprises you at first how warm it is. Probably. And as you settle in, you just kind of feel all your muscles just relax. That being said, the bathtub is kind of deep, so your head's still poking out a little bit.
I assume I filled it appropriately enough for Tirda instead of like
fair.
filling it all the fucking way. It's like, and here's your Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Yeah, I'm
fair.
2'9", so.
So you're able to lay down, like you're actually short enough that you rest your head against the back of the tub, and you're still mostly in it.
Right.
But you have never been so relaxed in your life, probably. After a minute of
I might just fall asleep in this thing.
While that's happening, Kit, downstairs in the little dining area, find yourself a seat at one of the open tables or open booths, listening to the end of whatever current song is playing. And as you're just kind of sitting there, you watch this from behind you, this beautiful there's this very beautiful woman. She kind of has this otherworldly kind of feeling to her as she walks out, and the band and like the music kind of starts playing softly, and she has a beautiful song about just about waiting out and at sea, waiting for your loved one to return from sea and all that. Do you want to do anything else while you're down here?
When you say otherworldly, is it like, would I know it's magic, fae, demonic from my travels with the others?
Go ahead and give me, let's make this Arcana. Or... No, you can make it Insight as well if you want to do that instead. But still a disadvantage.
Ooh. My insight is better though.
Yes.
19.
19.
I have 2 14s. Wow.
He's nice. As you kind of watch her, you see that you kind of feel this energy. Like there's a little bit of magic to it. Not enough to completely charm someone, but you can feel a little bit of magic in her voice. and a little bit of a glow to her, like to her appearance. And so you can see that she's amplifying her herself just a little bit. Like her skill is real, but she's amplifying it just a little bit.
All right, question about the magic rock.
Hmm?
If I were to activate it, does it repeat things automatically?
So you kind of like there's a little rune on it. Oh dear God! You run your thumb across it and it'll light up, and it'll capture the sound, any sound nearby, for the next 5 to 10 seconds, and then the light will go dark, will go dim, and then we'll say about a minute later is when it starts repeating it over and over again, or for 5 minutes, or until you hit the rune again. So it's not immediate, but it's pretty close.
Okay, so I won't do that. I'll just go to sleep. I'll go up to my room and sleep.
All right, yeah, you go up to the room where Tube is sitting on the bed, and you don't see Tirda.
You might hear singing in a language you do not speak.
But it is about this time that as soon as you get up there, there's also a maid there with your food, ready for like here being delivered to y'all. You have this wonderful hotel room all to yourselves.
Do you let Tirda know that food is here? Because she won't know otherwise.
Oh, we lost him for a moment?
Maybe.
No, I think we lost him for just a moment. We'll just say, hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Just like knock on the door and let Tirda know.
Okay, so Tirda will reluctantly get out of the bath and look for a towel or something to dry herself off with.
There's a towel there, and the towel itself is also like, it feels like it's kind of self-heating. It's also warm to the touch.
She's gonna dry herself off with that and then put her dress back on and head out. She'll start tearing into the food, not even glancing at the silverware.
Yeah, Tube's like sitting on her bed, just like with plate in hand, just like devouring everything.
There is a desk in that room, I should say.
I'm not paying attention to the desk.
Fair enough.
Like Tube doesn't give a shit about the desk.
All right then.
I'll eat at the desk.
All right,
Of
y'all
the three of
enjoy
us, one
a
has
very
manners
wonderful fresh fish dinner or whatever you ordered. There's a decent amount of food, and all of it is amazing.
So I assume we're all going to try and get some sleep
yeah.
again?
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt a long rest after eating my fill and just
Cool.
curl up into a little ball.
Before anybody does that, Tube kind of like, after everybody is eaten and everything like that, just like leaves the plates on the desk. Goes up to everybody. It's like, okay, so hopefully this is enough. And begins to cast protection from evil and good, and touches.
That lasts for 10 minutes.
It's hopefully going to be enough for us to get to sleep.
Fair enough.
One creature you touch. I'll say for the sake of it, you can kind of alter the spell. Actually, go ahead and give me a charisma check because it's your magic your modifier.
Okay. Get that cha check. +2? 15.
15, that's exactly what you needed. You're able to kind of alter the spell
Oh my
just
God.
enough It'll still only last about 10 minutes, but you're able to get it on all 3 of you.
Awesome.
But it takes you an extra couple minutes in order to get the spell right at that point. We'll say for the sake of it, you're able to adjust the spell so it worked as you wished.
So
It's weird that that is a spell that isn't upscale.
It
yeah.
might? I just don't see it up there. Interesting. Let me see.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about higher levels, which is weird. You'd think that it would upscale like other buffs like that.
Yeah. I'm going to roll that it would, but there's 3 of you, so it's
Yeah.
fine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Alright, so all y'all try and get some
Too big
sleep.
quickly just like, gets everything sorted and I assume everybody took baths. I took a bath. Tube took a bath before all of this.
Me too. I would be
The-
clean.
Both of you get out of the bath and your fur is just all nice and puffy.
So then immediately it's like, okay, quick, everybody go to sleep.
Right.
Tube jumps onto the bed and just like curls into this blanket cocoon and smashes her face into the pillow.
Yep. And Tirda curls into a little like wing covered ball.
And then the only normal one.
I'll just lay out, try not to crush the little fairy.
These are, I don't know if you
We're-
missed it, these are like king size beds. These are or close to it.
These are
like
huge.
massive.
Yeah, but I
or
still don't want to sprawl out.
Yeah, let's say maybe bigger than a queen, but
I mean,
less
you-
than a king.
You could, because we're both size small.
Oh,
That's your
then
itty
yeah,
bitty.
I'll sprawl out then.
So Tube
Tiny.
over here taking up a lot of this bed, but still not all of it. And then Kit and Tierda over there taking up maybe half the bed. Like a spread eagle.
Yep.
Yeah. So you all go to sleep. You all drift off. And no nightmares come to you.
Yay!
So you all wake
Swag.
up
Does
in
it
the
mean-
morning with a long rest. And that's
Do
what
I
we're gonna
clear an
do.
exhaustion?
You do indeed. When you mark your long rest, it'll ask you to, I think. No, it'll just do it automatically.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, you can just change the conditions. But I think that's
Yeah,
a good place
I did my conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a good place to call it for the night. You'll have
Yeah,
options.
we do.
We do have options. I like options. Options is good. I feel like we learned a lot.
Mm-hmm. And also not enough to be helpful.
Well,
You've learned things.
I have a good idea of what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else does, but Tube has an idea of what to do now.
Yeah, Tirda is deferring to you in this situation because this is definitely more your wheelhouse. This is demons and gods and magic, and it's like I turn into a bug person and smash things.
Point me in a direction, I will kill.
Smash me, smash.
Not that kind of smash, though. Unless.
Unless.
But yeah. Very kind of roleplay, very kind of setting things up for what is to come. But
Yeah.
that's all we've got for now. Thank you all so
Mhm.
much for joining us. Thank you, my lovely players and my lovely friends.
Yeah. This was good.
Yeah,
It's a good
was
little
fun.
bit of setup. Mhm.
Don't have to worry about, here's a specific endpoint we have to reach.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
glad everybody was able to get some fucking sleep.
Yeah, same. I was like, I don't want to have multiple nights
Yes,
of
you
exhaustion
go
because
to
that
sleep.
sounds terrible.
You go to sleep. And oh my goodness, more nightmares. No, you're fine. Not tonight.
For now. Unless.
Yeah.
Unless.
Unless.
Did that spell
Yeah.
help? We don't know. Did it? Did it
Yeah.
not? We'll never know.
don't
I'll never
know.
tell.
Al
Until
never
next
tells.
time.
Al's never tells.
Oh.
Al's not here to tell. Can't tell.
Yeah, if y'all want to look at the exhaustion tracker, each level of exhaustion becomes way more terrible.
Oh
Yep.
yeah, it's bad.
At 4 hit points, maximum half.
Mm-hmm.
That
Uh-huh.
sucks.
At 6, it's just
Yeah,
full on
that's not-
death.
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
5 is a
fucking
coma.
Yeah.
5 is
5 is in a
coma, but
coma.
you
5 is you just can't get out of bed.
yeah. And then you die.
Yeah. But yeah, so Tubei in a bed, Kit and Tirda sharing a bed. Some more knowledge gained, but maybe not enough, but maybe some starting points. Things to go forth and do. People to possibly meet, things to learn, or investigations to be done.
Mm-hmm.
But
Maybe,
we'll get to that when we get to it.
yeah. Figure out what's going on with the
one
guard.
of the three of us might have sex with a duchess. Who knows?
You never know. I don't know.
You never
I certainly
know.
don't know.
I mean, all of us have at least a non-negative charisma modifier, so it's possible.
It's D&D. There's always a non-zero chance you're gonna have sex with something,
Mm-hmm. Including the BBEG.
including the BBEG. But that's all for today. Once again, so I think so we're gonna call it there. We'll see you all next time. Kane and Sam, what are y'all doing this week?
I assume we're probably going to be eviling the Balders and gating tomorrow.
Yes.
And then
You're
are
gonna
you
girl
streaming
boss
on
and
Wednesday?
gatekeep.
Are you streaming Wednesday, Sam?
Yes. Probably some art. Or maybe I might finally gonna break and get Armored Core. Who knows?
Who knows? I'm going to try and resume some stuff that is owed for fun, stupid streaming nonsense on Thursday, and then maybe we're gonna start Resident Evil 6 on Sunday.
Yeah.
On Saturday we will be not doing anything.
Yes, because I will be
I almost
streaming
said
on
Saturday. We're not doing Saturday.
Yeah.
You're streaming Saturday.
Yeah, because I probably will not be streaming tomorrow, but we'll continue our Rika lock on Thursday. And then continue Digimon and Genshin on... No, I can't stream on Saturday. I have work. Never mind. So stream today, stream Thursday, and then I'm off for a bit. Because work.
Fair enough.
But that's all. And Kay, you will be there and be lovely, as always.
I'll pop in every so often.
It's what you do.
And everyone will enjoy Kay's presence. That's not a suggestion. That's an order.
I'm going to cast command on the entire chat. Enjoy. Alright, but we're going to head out now. Bye, y'all!
Good night, everybody.
Bye.